Grameen Danone was born in Paris because there was Professor Yunus in October 2005 visiting Paris. Somehow he had an appointment with Franck Ribou, the CEO of Group Danone. They discussed, about what they were trying to do. Yunus explained what he had done, of course. And the story of Danone at that moment was we were about to bring health through food to as many people as possible. And the question of Franck has been for many times, what does it mean, this for as many people as possible? Where are we ready to go? So there was a project very important at Danone named Dream. And Dream was, we don't want to serve the rich only, we don't want to serve the middle class only, we want to go to poor countries and serve the poor with our competencies. So the idea is if we are focusing very, very, very much on one product in a huge plant, then we can get a tiny cost. And so Yunus said, no, but I think you did not understand at all what I mean by social business. I want it to be local, I want it to be close to the people, I want it to bring jobs near the plant. And so Danone people started to think again. At the end, they came with this idea of a tiny plant. This is probably you've been told that this is the tiniest plant of Danone in the world. It is more than 100 times smaller than the biggest ones we are building now. But all this idea to say, okay, it's going to be a model by which we can bring a truly dairy fresh product in a country where there is not fridge. So normally there is no cold chain. So normally you cannot do that. I would say if there is one thing we learned is yes, it's possible. Do you believe that Danone does it for free? I think it's a big question. I would tell you no. Does Danone do it to do good? Yes, absolutely. There should be no doubt about the sincerity of the goals. But the goal is in the mission again. The mission is health through food. So this is our mission. So of course we want to do good. It's our mission. Why do we do it that way? It is because we believe it is the best way to do it. Okay? If we had found a way to reach the poor, I'm talking the poorest in the world, making money, we would still do money with it. We have no problem with money. We love money at Danone. We believe money is what enables you to invest for the future. The more money you have, the more plants you can build in Bangladesh as fast as possible. The point is, we believe that to reach the poorest, you need to be prepared to make some sacrifice. And we are prepared to do them for that goal. What makes the value of this project is that the day that you say, really I'm here for social impact, and I am very committed to that, and if you add, I am prepared not to make money for that, except that I don't want to lose, that day you change absolutely the view that NGOs and the civil society has on you. Because of course the NGOs, they are always fearful. They believe, the businessmen, they are here. What do they want to take from us to make money in the end? And in the end, do they come to make money from the poor? Okay? The day you tell them, no, we are committed to the social impact, then they believe you, then they work with you. So for me, I would say maybe today, it is necessary, yes, to say, I am ready not to make money. And in fact, that's what we said. Danone community said, we will not make money. In fact, we will just, to be able to work with NGOs. But for me, the basic question is not whether we will make profit. The basic question is the business committed to social impact first? This is the point. It is to take this reverse. If you look at Danone, in any business we have, we look at economic impact and we look at social impact. I think we are a responsible company, okay? We are more than responsible. We try to do good, but we have to make profit. It is our duty to our shareholders. So it's a balance, okay? Here you're in social business, so you look at social, and then you look whether you can make a profit. For me, this is the basis. I'm not here to make profit, okay? Of course, I have pressure on that too, because as you say, it's a trade-off. But what we're going to look at here is it's very simple. You need to think social business means we need to make sure we are the best option for the people to bring them nutrition and to bring them health through food. It's a very, very big challenge. Not only I want to have a good yogurt, I want to make sure this is the best. Okay? This brings the best nutrition possible and the lowest cost possible. This is my job. There is no doubt we will have a return now. Not just to make sure this plant is not making money because we are committed to our social impact. Okay? If you look at the story of this plant, we are here, it is a pilot plant. It took us 4 or 5 months to understand some basic things. Okay? For example, we thought the ladies, they would be queuing up here to have a job. And in fact, the ladies, you have to come to them, you have to talk to their husband, you have to talk to the community, you have to teach them a job, you have to coach them, and then maybe they will stay. Why? Well, just because being a door-to-door lady is just, nobody is a door-to-door lady today in Bangladesh, so we are inventing a new job in a culture. And you might know that this job is a tough job. I don't know if you've already done door-to-door. I've done it myself sometimes in Mexico because we were selling jugs door-to-door. So I did the job to see it. I can tell you it's the toughest job in your life. Okay? So we're asking women, poor women, to do the toughest job that exists in an environment where the culture goes against it. So we had to fight that one. And we are still fighting that one, in fact. And I remember something that really struck me is I went and met with the care people, the care organization. They have today a network of ladies, like 1,000 ladies, that they have started 3 years ago. So I came to them and they told me, oh, don't worry, first year we were 12 people taking care of 50 ladies. Second year, half year, the same. And then it started. And now we have 1,000. So don't worry, it will take time, you will need to learn. First lesson. Second lesson, look, this is our book for training. And the first picture of the book was a woman and a man. And they were saying, it's easy. It's a job for the woman, but if the man doesn't agree, if he isn't part of the project, it will not happen. Okay? Not only for cultural reasons, because he must let his wife go, but just because he's going to organize differently the family, the way they work, the way one takes the children and so on. Okay? Simply. So, yes, we are learning. Now we are starting to get results. But at the same time, if I want to make a business here and make money, I just decide tomorrow to go to 10 cities. Today I am in Bogora. I have enough. If I go to 10 cities, of course I will increase my price by the cost of distribution. I will find, of course, the consumers in the cities to pay for the price of this distribution, and my plant is full. So there is no issue about can we make profit or not. Profitability is just a choice of how much social we are committed to do. Okay? So for the moment, both shareholders, they are very committed. They are saying, we are in a pilot to test. We want to reach the poorest possible. So we want to go to rural areas. It takes time with the ladies. It takes time with the ladies. And we'll put more resources. For me, the big challenge is to have a sustainable door-to-door system through ladies. We have now we have between 200 and 300, depending on what you count of ladies, but it's not yet stable. You have still too many that go, and you need to recruit a lot. It's still. So I believe for me this is the thing. Right? It is we are building a distribution network to rural areas where you have no distribution network. There is, we cannot use anything else. Okay. On top of this, our challenge is we need to be there every day because it's a fresh product. Okay, I cannot come once a week or once every 15 days. So I need to build a distribution and sales system for the rural area. We have evidence that it can work because yes, we are starting to sell. Today, when I look at the zones where we are and the level of sales where we are, I can say yes, there is demand in urban and in rural areas. Yes, we can sell to the poor of Bangladesh. So for me, this is the key. Once I know that, it's only the challenge is how to reach them.
Maybe 40, 50 mothers, 35 mothers there. And mothers mean they are maintaining, they are making decision in their own house. So we are coming here, we are speaking with in front of them. We are describing our product benefit because the product is very new and literate person, illiterate person, they don't know about our product. What is the benefit? What we want to do? We are telling them this is the benefits and this is the business conditions. If you want to take this as a business, we can take you and we can support you with everything, and we can give you the area, we can give you the training, we can give you the informations, and if needed, we will help you at the field as a demonstrator how you can sell the.
We believe we are learning, okay? Because as I told you already, here we have learned some aspects of business models that we just didn't think of before. So you have many people coming from Danone that are just businessmen doing their business and thinking, hey, there is something I can learn here. Another part is, of course, in normal businesses, we might have, let's say, the social part. In that case, the social part would not be about making profit or not making profit, but would be about, in some parts, how can I reach the poor? So we have, for example, a case in South Africa. We have a big plant. We are selling to supermarkets, premium products, but we have another product, which is named Danimals, that is sold into the townships of Soweto. Here the model is making profit, less than the rest of the business, but is making profit. But it's more, taking the advantage of the plant and its location and distributing through ladies in the townships nearby. We are learning together, okay? For example, they had already worked on the first recipe of nutrients. We took that from them. Now they want to learn from our ladies system and all the troubles we had with the ladies, they want to learn to get back to their system. So there is a clear synergy. I give you another example. We are building now a new task force, important project about developing really products that will be adapted to emerging countries. Okay, this is a project in which you have Danone communities, and you have Danone, and you have Danone research, and you have all together. And of course, there we are a kind of laboratory. Because we are the ones, in front of the poorest guys. So we are helping the group to learn, to build the products that will fit the future. This is the kind of synergy. Another way to answer would be at the beginning, and I think it probably is the best way. At the beginning, some people told me, well, maybe your offices will not be in Danone, because it's very important that you be independent from Danone. Because I have subscribers that put money into Danone communities. Those people, they want a social impact. Okay, they don't invest because they want their return on their money. I have to give them a low return. I have promised that to them, but they have invested for another goal, which is the social impact. So you could say for independence, I should not be with Danone. Okay. At the same time, everything I do is with Danone competencies, is with Danone people. And after some months, I can tell you that this project cannot be done if I am not a Danone guy, if I am not living with Danone people, if I am not living with the network, because this is what makes it possible here, and this is what makes it worth for Danone too. The last point I think is huge, is the motivation of the people. Overall, what is the value of, creating something that makes sense to people? So I think Danone is a company that tries to make sense to its people, and by this you are, I think, adding a lot of sense to what we are doing.
97% milk is coming from Grameen Livestock Foundation, and maybe 3% milk is coming from local farmers. But we're trying to build up some local farmers for raw milk suppliers. Mainly energy, we are using natural gas for energy, electricity from government, but we are using biogas also. We are producing biogas, not using. Producing biogas, and we are using it for lightening purpose to reduce the energy cost. We are also collecting rainwater, so it will minimize the use of groundwater. So it also saves some energy.
I think it is really the beginning of a huge adventure, and I think maybe for Danone and maybe for the rest of the world. So I just want to be there. Didn't hesitate 1 second.